All right, welcome to several updates. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to cover one update right now. One of the biggest updates is one-on-one consulting. We're going to add the one-on-one consulting bi-weekly, so it's not too crazy. You can get enough done. And it's going to be 1 hour. We're going to put aside 1 hour to do one-on-one consultation to take you to each step. Remember, when you look at a practice, the levels of a practice is first you want to learn how to maximize your exchange of time for money, get new patients and keep them. Number two, how to increase your case average. Number three, leverage your time and leverage your money. Those are the steps. And remember, we found 7 categories that typically hold people back: space, labor, equipment, knowledge, skill, motivation, and number 7, and is a big one, is human resources. Those are typically the categories, one of them, and they vary depending on where your business is at. Each business, there's 5 tiers of a chiropractic business from the time you start to the time you're not practicing and you become a manager. There's 5 different levels of a business. Each one of these are different for each one of those 5 levels. It's not all the same. So that's the importance of the personalization. Simple as example, I just recently talked to he had an equipment issue. He had a office layout equipment issue that was limiting his growth. Okay? Another doctor talked to recently had a motivation issue. He started doing well. We increased his business $150,000 and he putzed out. Had a motivation issue. Skill is a common problem. We always are working on skill, knowledge and skill. But remember, knowledge and skill without motivation and focus goes nowhere. So this helps to keep people accountable. I had a doctor recently joined. He'd been in practice, I think, 30, 40 years. And he said, he goes, I know a lot of stuff, but I need somebody to keep their foot on my throat. See, for him, he needed somebody to help basically stay disciplined, not go left, not go right, and not stay stagnant, because they knew that's what he was doing. So that was his issue. So space, labor, equipment. The big one down here is HR, and there's good news coming up with that one too. HR, human resources, how to hire, train, manage, and put systems in place. And that's unbelievably important, to leverage time, to leverage your money, and basically create more revenue and create more freedom. So these are what we're going to focus on. All of this is done through a practice analysis. And another example is another doctor took his practice up. We found out one of his main issues was his dollar per visit was too low. So we do a complete analysis and put the system in place to affect his dollar per visit. And there's several factors to look at when you do that. So this is one of the major upgrades. We're doing one-on-one with the consulting. It's totally based on your statistics and where you're at. We keep a narrow focus. We do one thing at a time. We don't spread out everything. And I figure every 2 weeks is enough to do a little something to realize where we're at, where we want to go, what's the next step, and then do a little bit toward that every 2 weeks. Because remember, the goal is every 3 months you should do 1 or 2 things in business. You should have increased your revenue from something that you put in place before, or that quarter you should have put something in place that will increase your revenue the next quarter, or something like that. So you could take 1 or 2 or 3 quarters to put something in place. But here's what should never happen. You should never not increase your revenue in 1 quarter and not put a system in place that's going to increase your revenue in the future quarters. That's wasting your time. That's when you're going to get nowhere. So that's a major step. We're going to do an hourly meeting based on your statistics, where you're at, where you want to go. And of course, the goal is to create more passive income than your fixed expenses. And that's through, it's nice to make a good income, but through associate doctors and real estate and all that. Because when your passive income exceeds your fixed expenses, you're essentially retired. You have all kinds of freedom. That's when you can work part-time, not work at all. And that, or you can do way more effective. Remember, I created way more business when I stopped working than when I was treating patients, because I was able to leverage way more time. I was limited. When I saw patients, my income was limited. It was a good income, but it was limited. When I stopped working, I was able to have 2 associate doctors, 2 offices, 4 offices, 3 associate doctors, 5 offices, real estate. See, I was able to do a lot more to create my net worth, my income, and most importantly, the passive income. So anyway, that's what we're focusing on. That's one of the major upgrades, looking at your statistics, where you're at, where you want to go. And of course, the goal with Chiropractic Freedom Consulting is to take you to where your passive income exceeds your fixed expenses, and that's when you have security and freedom. That's one of the major upgrades.